Well, today I'm going to kind of mention two different things here. One is going to be the switches on the inputs, and another is going to be when you create a patch to ensure everything is on to where it would work. First, if you go in the back where your two inputs are, there's switches. I'm not going to flip this around to see it, but if you have one, you know what I'm talking about. So those switches are 1 meg and 10 meg are your options. So I have a friend of mine, Waldotronics. I had him really explain what do you do with them. Yeah, it's a lot of electrical jumbo. So in a nutshell, basically you leave it on the 1 meg if you're running a standard base. I use active and passive bases, and I could use the 1 meg for both of them. The 10 meg is more of a for a piezo pickup, and you can use the 1 meg for the piezo depending on what type of pickup or if it's mixed with a microphone or anything. I notice with an acoustic bass with the piezo on the 10, you get the fuller low end sound. When it's just at the 1 meg, I don't get any really low end at all. But on either an active or a passive pickup bass, you can use either one, he said. 1 or the 10, it does not matter. You're probably not going to, you'll see a difference on a scope, but hearing it, you're not going to really see a difference. If you do, pick which one you like. But on a standard bass with active or passive P bass, jazz bass, whatever, the 1 or the 10 will suit you just fine. You really don't have to worry much about it from there. Another thing was somebody asked about they created a patch, they put a pedal effect in or any other effect, and it doesn't work. Now it should. Now when you create a patch, you can turn the pedals on and off as you're doing it, and we're going to do that right now just to make sure this kind of eliminates any problems, hopefully. Just to make sure everyone's on the same page. So if we go from an empty patch here, let's just go down to edit all. We got a few bypass pedals. Those are actually considered pedals in here. So we can add whatever. So let's just add something. Let's add an octocomp. I just have this plugged into an amp right now, so the sound probably isn't going to be the greatest, but you get the idea. Okay, now, I'm not going to mess with the order. We'll just leave in the order how it is. Let's go to change effect. Let's change this, and let's go down to a pedal. Do bass wah. There we go. So you see the square top grayed out or it's red. When you create a patch, if those are off, you're not going to hear any difference. You don't even have the effect on. Even though you have it in here, it's not currently on. Just make sure you have it on when you make one. Otherwise, you won't know if it's working. So I hope that kind of answered that question. And also with the inputs. Like I said, there's a whole, I'm not an electrician, and that was a deep dive for me. As long as I know what works, I'm good with that. So yes, when you create a patch though, make sure it's on or off. Otherwise, you can add patches all day long and you're going to think it's not working. Hopefully that was the issue that the one viewer had. If not, I'd like to kind of diagnose and see what the problem was. But all right, I'll till next time. Take care.